Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to math. Today, we're going to cover how to break down radicals, okay? So, when it comes to radicals, well, wrong color here. Let's use another color everybody can see. When it comes to radicals, on the outside of the radical, you usually sometimes have a number, okay? If there's no number there, okay, if there's no number, it means you're looking for pairs of twos. Okay, sometimes it might have a 2, you're still looking for pairs of twos. Sometimes you might have a 3. Okay, if you have a 2, you're looking for pairs of twos. If it has nothing, you're also looking for pair of 2. You might have a 3, you're looking for pair of 3s, right? And then so on and so on. If you have pair of 4 on the outside, then you're looking for pair of 4 and 5 and 6. Okay, depending on the number. Now that you know that little rule, we have this problem that we're going to start off very, very simple. We have a radical. We're not going to put anything on the outside, okay? So that tells you mentally already, you'll be like, all right, we're looking for pairs of twos. And the number we're going to have on the inside is 45. We're also going to have some variables in here, okay? We're going to have x to the 5th, y to the 2nd, and z to the 8th. Now that we have our example, all we have to do is factor out what's inside the radical, meaning numbers that give us 45. Okay, let's go with 5s. 5 and any answers? Anybody? 9, right? Okay. Can we factor out the 5? We can't, because it's a prime. It's already 1 and 5 are the only numbers you can break it down to. What about the 9? We can't break down the 9. The 9 gives us 3 and 3. Okay? So notice that we have 2 3s. We have 3 times 3. We have 1 5, because we already used these. Once you break down the number that was on top of that one that you broke down, that number doesn't exist anymore. Okay? So you're only left with 3, 3, and 5. So times 5. Okay? We also have 5 x's. Because remember, it's 5 to the 5th, or x to the 5th. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? But wait a minute. We have y's. We have 2 y's in here, okay? So we have y, and then another y. And then finally, we have 8 c's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So we have 8 z's in this problem. All we're going to look for are groups of 2's. Okay? Let's use another color here. Okay. So if you look, let's start off with the numbers. If you look at the numbers here, we have a 3, and a 5. Do we have any pairs, first of all? We do. We have 2 3's. Okay? We only have 1 5, so 5 stays as it is because there's no pairs of 5's. Do we have any pairs of x's? We do. We have 1 pair, 2 pairs, and then 1 left over, okay? Y's, the same. We have only 1 pair. And then Z's, we have 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, and 4 pairs. Now that we identified how many pairs we have, everything that has a pair, okay, or is in a group, in case you have threes or fours or whatever's in that group, you write on the outside of the radical. So you have a pair of threes, so we can say our answer is 3. All right, we use the threes. We have 2 pair of x's, so we can say x squared, because there's 2 pairs. Okay. Y, just 1 y, because you have 1 group of y's. And then finally, z to the 1, 2, 3, 4. To the 4 because there's 4 pairs. Okay? Now, whatever's left over, okay? Hint, hint. Whatever's left over, okay? Remember, what happens to the leftovers when you're at a party? Do you throw them away or do you put them in the fridge? You put them away, right? On the refrigerator for storage. Let's think of this as the refrigerator. Whatever left over is, or whatever was left over, should I say, goes on the inside. So you had a leftover 5, so it goes on the inside. We had 1 leftover x, goes on the inside. There was no y's left over or z's. So your answer is 3 x squared y z to the 4th radical of 5x, because we only had a 5 and an x left over. Okay. Whenever you have more than one number, let's say you had also a 2 left over. Okay, since the 5 and the 2 were in pairs, you would multiply both numbers, 5 times 2, which is 10, and would have been left over of 10x. Okay, but since we only have a 5, it's just 5. Make sure you write it down. Okay. All right, guys, now that you have it on your notes, let's go ahead and start on our assignment for today. Your assignment for today is, we have radical 25 x3 y 4. Okay, hint, hint. There's nothing there. So how many groups of what are we looking for? It's up to you, okay? I'll leave that to you. And your second one is groups of 3. The number you're gonna break down is 40, A, 6, B, 4, and C, 7. Okay? Make sure you break down as much as you can both of them. Give me as many groups as you can find. Submit your answers as soon as you're done watching the video. And I'll be waiting for your email.